Hey guys, I'm David Goldman with Med Spa Growers, and I'm here to tell you about how not to answer your phone. Okay, so if you don't know anything about me, I have 4 med spas. I've been doing this for 10 years. I've been able to honestly help a lot of people. And with that being said, when you help a lot of people and solve a lot of problems, you're able to make a lot of money because that's what people want, right? They want you to solve their problems. So, have you ever seen your front desk do something like this? It's a beautiful day at BMA. This is David speaking. How may I help you? Oh, the price of Botox? Yeah, it's $13.50. Okay, thanks. Have a great day. If you've ever had that conversation, this video is for you because it drives me crazy. Now, don't let your front desk ruin your opportunity to help somebody right off the bat. And you might be thinking, but David, that person's just looking for a deal. They're just looking for the cost, right? Why wouldn't they ask for the price of Botox, right? I think we're not guilty even, but that's just smart, right? Just, hey, what's the price? How much is this? Botox is Botox. You've got Botox, you've got Botox, you've got Botox. But is every practice the same? Do all providers have the same skill set? And what if Botox isn't the right thing for them? In my practices, we offer lots of treatments for fine lines and wrinkles. We offer microneedling, RF microneedling, chemical peels, laser treatments, CO2. I mean, all types of services that can help with fine lines and wrinkles. Do I think neurotoxins are amazing? I do. I definitely think they're incredible. But until you really know what's going on with that patient, how do you know how you can help them? Somebody calls, ring, ring. It's a beautiful day at BMA. This is David. How may I help you? Now, notice always have the way you answer scripted. They ask a question. How much is Botox? Right? It's pretty easy. Hi, yes, may I get your name and telephone number in case we get disconnected? People, they're like, well, can you give me a generalization? What's your typical price? So before you get into any of that, ask what areas you're wanting to treat because we all know that treating the armpits versus treating, the lips, it's a lot different. So then I might say, they're like, well, I want to do my forehead. Very typical. If you haven't had Botox before, have you done any other services or treatments or at home to actually treat like those fine lines and wrinkles? And that's where I want to get inquisitive. So if they're like, yeah, I've done microneedling, and you're like, oh, great. How many times have you done that? And they're like, well, yeah, I did it once at blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's all right. Yeah, we love microneedling. It's incredible. Or, they're using this skincare line or this, and really finding more about what they're going through with it because it's kind of like, why do they want to try Botox now? Well, I did X, Y, and Z, and I really didn't see it work. I still have these wrinkles. They didn't really do anything. Something we get a lot is, well, a, a lot of my friends are doing it, and I think I'm ready to try it. And I'm like, oh, okay, great. And have you had a consultation about it? This is a huge question because a lot of people haven't, right? And that's where we really like to throw in, well, we offer those complimentary consultations so that we can give you a real, number of how many units you'll need. But really, it's more important to figure out, is this even the right treatment for you? Because a lot of our patients have seen success using multiple various treatments, whether it's RF microneedling or Botox, whatever it may be. We just want to make sure we're doing the right service or treatment for you. Okay, so that's one of the questions I'm really big on. Have you done any other things to treat X, Y, or Z? Because this could go for a number of things in your practice. But just somebody just asking, how much something is, you have to disregard that. You have to really be focused on getting them in the clinic through your door to get a consultation. So this is one of our clinics. And once they're inside it, it's up to us to go through all the different motions, which sales and all that jazz, that's a whole nother conversation. But when you have somebody on the phone trying to dig deep for the provider so you can actually put it in their notes, like, How long have your wrinkles been bothering you, Barb? And I said that actually a little too fast. I'd be like, now, Barb, how long have those wrinkles really been bothering you? Oh, well, honestly, just last couple months. I've just been looking in the mirror and blah, blah, blah. Let's say that they're like, well, it's been forever. They've always bothered me. Okay. But then instead of saying, why are you ready to do something about this now? I'd be like, great, Barb, I just want to be able to put in our notes. Do you have any like upcoming events or anything? And if they give you like a pushback at all, they're like, well, why? And you're like, oh, totally. Well, neurotoxins usually take, 2 weeks to kick in. So if that was the path that you decided was good for you, we just want to make sure like you don't have an event this Friday and that your expectations for your results are just on par with our typical results with our patients. We just want to make sure we're leading you down a good path. Oh, okay, yeah. No, I've got a wedding coming up in about 3 months, or I've got this, and you will often find when people are making those jumps, like they've never done anything, they're X age, whatever that may be, it's because there's something that's motivating them. Maybe it's a pain point. Maybe it is like I just look in the mirror every day and I just can't believe like getting the sagging skin or whatever it may be, right? With whatever service you're discussing. But a lot of times it's because people do have something coming up and they want to look good for it. So the biggest thing is asking questions on that phone call will probably get you to the likelihood of finding out their real why, right? The real reason of why they're interested in this treatment. But let's say that somebody is just being a little extra, right? And they're like, you're asking questions and they're pushing back hard and they're like, I just want to know how much it is. And you're like, oh, definitely understand. You know, for our VIP patients, we do it for $11 a unit. And for our, non-VIP members, it's $13.50 a unit. Has anybody told you about our VIP program? And they're like, no, what is that? Or they're like, I'm not interested. Whatever you get, you always want to put why your VIP program or your whatever your monthly program is, and you need to have one, is so important because you want them to know by joining that, you're going to get perks on everything. That's how it is with our clinics. And that's where we've been very successful because being a part of our rewards program keeps people from med spa hopping. Barb, I've got to be honest with you. Our nurse practitioner, Mallory, is incredible at injecting. She has done my Botox and she's done my wife's Botox. Honestly, she's injected everybody in this clinic. And I can't tell you how incredible I really think she is. Providers don't just look and say, oh, we want to get rid of these lines for you. They're going to talk to you about your full face. And we want to make sure we're addressing everything with you. But as much as they care about that, they really just care about you listening to them. That's what people really want. They want to hear themselves talk, honestly, and they want you to solve their problems. So even though they're calling you because they're interested in Botox, they're really interested in you solving their problem, which may be fine lines and wrinkles. And until you see them in person and can do a real full face analysis, how do you know how you're going to help that patient? If you want more information like this, make sure you're joining our webinars. We do a lot. It's weekly. And if you don't have enough leads, make sure you're talking to Pinpoint Scaling, because at Pinpoint Scaling, they're taking your practice and they're going to basically add leads and add blood flow, because that's what leads are. New patients are blood flow to your practice. But what we're going to focus on in these talks is how to actually help enrich your patients' lives, how to take your churn down, right? So once you get these new leads in, we want to make sure that you're focused on keeping your patients and having successful sales. So we look forward to helping you.